everybody. It's Mark Rushton at markrushton.com. It's the slowest week ever. Thursday, January 13th, 2022. And this video is called New iPad Plus Finder of Lost Accounts. So, last night did this is my replacement Moto, and the one with the bad charging port sent back for the refurbish, I guess. I give that off to somebody else. I got that into the FedEx envelope and out the door. It was picked up today. So happy about that. And then my backup, the backup from the Android thing, that worked last night as well too. There is something that's missing on here. I think it's one of my camera apps. I bought a camera app a few years ago. Yeah, it's not on here. We're missing some. Yeah, I don't think everything was restored here. We're missing some apps, and there's probably apps I don't miss, But the camera app, I bought a camera app a few years ago, mainly because it had a silent shutter. You could not have a noise when you took a photo, and I like that. Not because I want to take silent photos. It's just I didn't like the shutter sound. It's like, do we need this? All I need to do is look down into the little boxy and see if the image changes. That's all I need. I don't need click and all that stuff. Don't need that. Today, well, a bunch of stuff showed up, but my new iPad, 9th generation. It's the $299 Walmart iPad that it did not go to Muscatine for. Instead, it came from California. And the process for pulling everything from the iCloud, it was just, you opened up one, you started the other, and it said, oh, hey, why don't you go get your, I see you have another iPad. Why don't you go get it and have them close to each other? Okay. I didn't know what to expect. And then it was all, you had to position your camera a certain way, and then everything was cool. And it just, it took about an hour or so, and everything downloaded and updated and all that sort of stuff. And I charged it. It's up to 100%. Looks good. The case is fine. This one's got 64 megs of space, whereas the old one had 16, I guess. And I'm going to keep it around for a few days. We're going to have a bit of snow tomorrow. So I'll keep it around for the weekend. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the iPad Air, because this is stuck at iOS 13. These can be sold on eBay for about $95 as of today, which is January 13th, 2022. And I think I'm also going to get rid of the iPad 1. It's stuck at 5.1.1 or 5.1.3 or something like that. And as much as I love the first generation iPad, and it still works and the battery's still fine, and I love that first Apple iPad case that they came out with. It's so supple. It's smooth and yet textured, and it's just, they really did $80 for these things. I wish you could kind of figure out how to retrofit a new one into this, because it's such a, and it's these things were, this is the size of the weight of a hardbound book. Something just aesthetically lovely about it. And then you got the new one with the cheap $12 case, and it has all the, it's got the little Apple thing back here, and it has all the charm of something made in a prison. So I think I'm going to go from, I'm not going to have 3 iPads sitting around and dying. I think I'm going to sell the 2, even though I'm not going to get hardly any money for that iPad 1. But, and it's not about money. It's not about money. So just about, what would I say? Minimalism, not having as much stuff around. Probably a good idea. I don't know. The other thing I'm going to get rid of is the, Yeah, you know what that is. That's yeah, there it is. There it is. It's everywhere. That that member, your member service, your Prime something or other, the special blue Bezos. Yeah, the Fire tablet that I did CPR on, was it last year? 12, 13 months ago. And had a couple of these sitting in a drawer somewhere or whatever. And that we thought they were dead to the world, and I somehow was able to revive both of them. One of them I gave to John, which that's lost forever. But this other one, yeah, these things are, you could sell these all day on eBay for $5 and lose your money on shipping. I think I may just factory reset it and donate it. Right? Just because those Fire tablets, I don't know. Anne likes them. She plays her games and stuff like that on them, but these they're ugh. So that's where we are with technology. Tomorrow I got a new router coming, a new modem, router, whatever they call them, CenturyLink. Had some problems recently with that. I've been having to power cycle it, which means unplug it for 15 seconds and plug it back in. And then suddenly the speed's fine again, on the Wi-Fi anyway. So I called up and got a hold of somebody, and they said, well, what's the model number on your router? And I gave it to them. They're, oh, that's old. That's old. You should get a new one. Okay. We'll send it to you and you can just hook it up yourself. And if you have any problems, you can just, talk to the robot. Okay. I think I've done this before. I can, I've got another laptop which I can hook up and change the name of things. I don't know, that stuff just may automatically change. Kind of like how the iPad is. It's just put your router next to your other router. I don't know. So hopefully that arrives tomorrow. We are expecting a little bit of snow during the day, but I think it should arrive. Hopefully that fixes the problem. I've also been experiencing, some slow internet speeds up here in the studio. But anyway, so part two of this video. That's all the new tech. It's just overwhelming when you get a new iPhone and a new smartphone and then a new router, and in the span of 3 days. That's a little too much for me. I'm just a little. I want to get back to charcoal and talking rather than this electronic stuff. Kick that can down the road for a few years, maybe. I don't know. So the second part of this video is talking about the finder of lost accounts. The finder of lost accounts. So when I was waiting around for the iPad to repopulate itself, the new one, I suddenly realized it. Did I create a second account on that one particular music distributor a couple of years ago? I'm pretty sure I did, and I think I released something. Maybe one thing. It couldn't have been more than one thing. And so I went out to that distributor, which is one of the distributors that I use, and I was like, I didn't write that login down anywhere. I didn't put it in my place where all the other stuff is. I don't have it listed in my OneNote. I'm like, wow, I really screwed up. Of course, I look back to the time in which I did release it. It was the summer of 2020. It was about a year and a half ago. It was a pretty crazy time. So I could see how possibly I might miss that. That was just before everything. Well, and we're not even talking about the C word. Just it's right before my father-in-law died, right? And which was a day before the big gigantic windstorm came through Iowa, the Derecho. Did I pronounce that correctly? The windstorm, the land hurricane. Did they ever name it? I don't know. So yeah, we were a little busy after that. And so I maybe didn't write it down and forgot about it. And so did a little bit of detective work, mostly with the Gmail. and I found it. I found the login. I guessed at the password and I was correct. And I got in and I couldn't believe it. I must have put it into a playlist or two. Yeah, I must have done that because it's $125, 2 tracks. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Did really good for about the first year. And then the last few months here, it's been kind of slacking off, probably because I've been putting other tracks in those playlists, in those curated playlists. But $125 is nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty nice. And so got in there and I did not have payment set up. I set up the payment. I'll probably get something here in 3 or 4 days, I think, with the excessive PayPal fees. I think they give you the bank option, but I think for a while you have to suffer with the PayPal fees. So super happy about that. Of course, once I saw that, I realized, you know what? I bet that's not my Airtable Pro with Gizmo template. Went out there, did a Control F of the UPC. Now it's not in there. I got to put those 2 tracks in there. Put those 2 tracks in there. Then I went out to Song Trust. Song Trust. Is this? No, I didn't add it to Song. Wow. Again, I was a little busy at the end of July, beginning of August 2020. I was a little busy and got that added to Song Trust. There it was out there. Be kind of, it'll be kind of interesting. Be kind of interesting to chart that. How long after you enter something into one of these services do you get your money? I know the distributor, I'll get it here in a few days because that's when their payout is. But what about all the other royalties? So yeah, $125, but then once you add in the mechanical royalties and the publishing royalties, that's an extra about 20%. So that'd be another 25, but it's about $150. Not bad. Why did I get a second account? There's some reason why I was like, oh, maybe I should get a second account. And that's just dumb. But I'll use it. Why not? I don't know. I gotta go out tonight and do some grocery shopping. We got we got a few inches of snow coming tomorrow. Sometime during the day, afternoon, maybe the evening. I don't know. Might be the wet stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where we are. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. Super busy with that stuff today. That's why I didn't have a video on break. And then all this crap arriving. But this is great. The iPad, I mean, I went back into now. The only other thing I got to do here is I do have some old apps on here that I'm going to see if I can get onto this one here. Some of them I already added, like the Korg IMS20 and the Korg iElect Drive. Those are what I bought on the original iPad. I was looking for Tenori On or TNR-I, and I do not see it in the App Store in iTunes. And there might be some other apps in there that may or may not. But Tenori On, I barely ever used it. I didn't really like it that much. And yet here it is, preserved in amber. And I'm going to have to do a factory reset before I, before I put it up for sale. Anyway, I'm tired. And I got to go to the grocery store. That's it for today. Talk to you later.